Good morning vlog. So I'm awake, I'm about to go do life things. I've got, I was hoping I had a Red Bull in the fridge. I don't have one. My shoes are outside. I guess my keys probably are too. Alright, we'll talk on the way to the store. Alright, let's go. It's still cold, not quite as cold as it has been. The fence was not closed all the way. I'm not sure why. Alright, here we go. Getting in the car. Alright. I lied, it's really cold. It's not fun at all. I'm not having fun. It's not a good time. I have real things to do today and I'm feeling lazy as always. It's because I've been in a rut of like not doing a lot and I'm getting lazy and not feeling like doing anything. Come on, buddy, you waited so long. I can't go now. I'm just trying to get out of my driveway. It's cold. My car's not even gonna start heating up by the time I get to the damn gas station. God, this person's driving so slow. I should have just gone. It's one of those mornings. Hurry up. No, this guy is coming. Hurry up, dude. Alright, I'm going. Fuck everybody. Oh, the garbage people should have come this morning. I never even brought my can in from last week. I just brought the trash out to it. Like I said, feeling very lazy. Alright. But yeah, today I've got like actual shit going on. So I kind of like to do things. I can go back and take a shower. And get ready. Yeah, I have to. And then I gotta go to Greenville. I think I'm going to do some hair. Yeah, do my mom's hair. We're gonna go talk to the bank about like the loans and stuff. So that'll be good. Okay. Alright, I'm cold. The gas station was so busy this morning and I started my camera too early, so it's gonna cut you off in a couple seconds. I have to wait because when my phone connects to Bluetooth it cuts me off right here. You're still here for now. The second I was like, maybe it's not, it like did instantly. Alright, anyway. Oh, it's so cold. My car's definitely not going to heat up by the time I get back to my house. But my house is all nice and warm, so that's fine. It's going to be good. But I'm just like, I didn't ask for this, you know? I didn't sign up for this cold. This sucks. I should have bundled up more. I'm just wearing sweatpants and a sweatshirt. And they feel very thin in this moment. It's just been so cold even sitting on the porch, and I have the space heater going, and like some nights it feels like it's doing nothing. I'm like, ugh. Oh yeah, I still have to like edit yesterday's vlog. I'm a little behind. We've been having a lot going on, like personally, like just like a lot going on with like the people around me and like just like my life in general. So like there's been a lot of off-camera unmentioned things going on, you know what I'm saying? It's like some things, you know, gotta keep to myself. But anyway, yeah, that's been distracting me a lot, so it's been taking up a lot of my headspace, but most of that has come to a head and is over, so I'm glad. Alright, I'm back at my house. I'm so cold, I want to get out of my car. My neighbor has chickens. I like them. I worry about him though, my neighbor. He's like, there's like one night we were out here, we were about to go somewhere and we were like all in the car, and he was like walking out to like his shed, and like he like really was not stable footed, like he was like kind of stumbling around, like maybe he was drunk, but also like I know he has medical issues, so I was like, we watched him to like make sure, because he's like trying to like walk from his chicken coop like inside, and we like just made sure he made it inside. Once he made it inside, we left. But it was just like, it's awkward because like he's not able right now, but he definitely like, well, obviously we all were at one point, like at least like, yeah. So anyway, he I think he used to be like a biker, and he used to do a lot of things. I know he worked with like Mac Arnold and like a band. Like he did like, I think he was like almost like a roadie for like Mac Arnold. Like he would like go like to the venues with him and carry his equipment and stuff. And anyway, he can't do that stuff anymore. So he's one, like if he's not doing good, he's not like one you can just jump out and be like, hey, let me help you. He's like, nah, I got it, you know, like, so we just watched him to make sure he made it in, and he's fine. He seemed fine since then, but that one night, like, he really freaked me out. He, like, looked like he was gonna fall over, and I was like, he's a big fucking dude. Like, if he falls over, like, we're gonna just have to call somebody. Like, we can't help him up. So, yeah. Anyway, let me go inside. It's so cold. It, like, bites, man. If you don't live with cold, just know it, like, bites. Oh my god. Get me inside. I don't have a huge backyard, but it feels like the biggest backyard when I'm running through the cold, I'll say that much. Hello, I'm back. Obviously, I've missed some things. I'm trying to remember the last time I even checked in. Sorry. So, I think I did say that I hadn't uploaded or edited yesterday's vlog. I did both of those things. And then that took up like a lot of time. So I had to take a shower. So I took a shower, and now I'm getting ready. I had an internal debate in the shower of like, what do I do with my makeup today? Like, do I do a makeup face or do I go light and natural? I decided I'm doing natural today because I'm going to talk to the bank about if like I guess maybe if we can do the home equity loan, and if that's not an option, like what other ways should we go about like getting this van? I like have a feeling they're gonna like want to like lend us money. We don't owe anything on this house, so like they're not really like making money off of us right now. So like I have a feeling they're gonna try to help us so that they can make money, because I'm gonna have to pay off the van back to the bank probably, because I think that's like the gist, is that we'll buy the van with like the home equity loan flat out, right? And then I'll pay the bank back for the van. So it's just to get lower monthly payments on the vans, because the van payments are high. So anyway, I'm going today to find out if that's going to be an option. That's the plan we have right now. I have my fingers crossed. I'm terrified, but I'm trying to be optimistic. And by the way, if you want to see how I do my brows, I think I did them in my last tutorial, but like, just leave me a comment if like you really, really want a full tutorial of how I do just my brows. I can do that. I just like haven't. I probably should just do it, because I have had a lot of requests to do a brow tutorial. I don't know. I just think there's so many good brow tutorials out there. I don't know. I don't think I do anything that unique. But if you guys want to see it, let me know. But yeah, so going to do that today. I also have like a little phone conference meeting, something later. So I gotta go. That's like in like half an hour or something, which is, wait, no, it's probably longer than that. Yeah, it's like 40 minutes from now, so I have some time. And then I might do some hair. My mom wants a haircut, so I might do her haircut because I need like a full day for her highlights. She's got like one of the thickest heads of hair I've ever seen. I need, here we go. Need a little spoolie. But yeah, so I'm like really nervous to go talk to the bank today. Like I'm excited, like, so if they're like, yeah, then that means that we get to start. That like means I would be like on the road to get the van. Like I would probably go ahead and call Wagon Tails and Hamby because I'm debating. I kind of want to be able to just like call them and be like, look, I have the money to buy a van. I'm trying to choose between the two of you. So like, you know, help me choose. What do you guys have to offer? I want my boyfriend, like, I'm gonna have to wait to call. Well, I can call them, but I'm gonna have to wait to actually like go up and like really talk to them until like my boyfriend's home, because he is my mechanical side of everything. He understands a lot more than I do about any of that, so I really need him to be there. God, I just like pulled out a few eyebrow hairs and it hurt so bad. Anyway, so yeah, so I really need him to go with me to Hamby and maybe talk to the Wagon Tails people on the phone. Hamby is conveniently like very close to me, like within like half hour, I think. Wagon Tails is like far off. I don't know where the hell they are. They're not in this state. They're far away, so it's like I would have to talk to them on the phone. So I think I'll wait until Derek's there to do the Wagon Tails at least. But I may call Hamby and see if I can set up like a time to go up there. After Derek gets back. So things are happening. I'm really excited. But I'm also like so fucking nervous. So anyway, I gotta mentally prepare for this like little like meeting, conference, fucking whatever it is. I don't know what the hell it is, but I have to like talk to somebody on the phone. I like have to mentally prepare for that. So like a day in my life, I have to like mentally prepare to like talk to somebody on the phone. Like anyway, that's me. All right. Finished getting ready. My meeting's about to start like in like 10 minutes, so I've got my notepad ready. I'm also flat ironing my hair, and I'm gonna be doing that and taking notes during my meeting. We multitask around here, you see. Because as soon as the phone meeting's over, I gotta go to the in-person meeting, which is a little bit more important than the phone meeting. The phone meeting is like, you know, I don't know, I guess it's important, not really. But the in-person bank meeting is very important because it kind of is determining what the next step in my future is going to be. So I am really scared. So I want to at least like look nice walking in there. But like I said, I don't want to like overdo it and like wear a bunch of makeup. I want it to look nice, you know what I mean? I'm anxious. I'm like a little sweaty. And it's cold, so that like tells you something like, okay, it's gonna be okay. But I am kind of nervous. So, wish me luck. All right, I better go before I get cut off by my little meeting thing. Pray for me. All right, made it through interview number 1. Shit, I forgot to bring my shit for interview number 2, so off to a good start. That's fine. It's fine. Fortunately, the bank I'm going to, I have like everything through like my business account, my personal account, all that. So they should be able to pull up like all my records without me having all my paperwork, hopefully. They should, yeah, hopefully. So we'll see. I'm nervous. Pretty nervous. But I was nervous for the first thing that I had to do this morning, and that went over well. It's always fine when I'm in the moment. I got like an interview. I don't know if I'm like even like, I don't know if I can talk about this or not, but I've got like another interview coming up. I'm like real nervous about that one, but I know it's gonna be real fun when I get going, but I am so nervous. But like, what are we interviewing me about? I just don't think I'm that interesting. I'm honored. I'm flattered, really. But yeah, it is like kind of like one of those things I just like feel weird just talking about myself. It's been, you know what I've been getting a lot of recently is like, tell me like what your thing is about, like my gig, what am I about kind of thing. So maybe I should make a video about that. What do you think? Should I make like a video like talking about like what my gig is and like where it came from and like how I got into grooming? I guess like I kind of have made a video about that before. I'm trying to remember because I did make that video like about like dog, you know, how I became a dog groomer, but I haven't watched it in a while. Maybe there's some missing details in there. I'm not really actually sure. But yeah, that's been a lot of what I've been asked recently is about my story, and I'm like, okay. I mean, that's cool. It's just like weird, like almost like I'm like, I mean, I'll tell you, but do you like, who'd care, you know? I guess some people would, like everybody that watches my videos probably would care, but I don't know. It's weird, like just talking about that kind of stuff. Like, it's one thing on the blog where I just like talk about like random life things that have gone on with me, but like, you know, it's weird to like be interviewed on a different platform to talk about like myself. I'm like, I mean, that's cool. I always like, you know, it makes me feel a little famous, you know what I mean? Like, I always like, you know, you watch celebrities, like when you grow up on the talk shows and stuff. I've always wanted to do that. Like, I want to go on the talk shows and answer questions about myself. But then, like, when I get asked to do that, I'm like, you really want to know about me? Okay. Man, this area, I wish I could show you guys. Like, it's so crazy. I wish I could pull the picture out of my memory of what this area used to look like and show it to you versus like what it looks like now, because it's very wild, like watching everything going on around me right now. They've put in a lot more bridges and stuff in this area. Basically, I live like an hour out from my mom's house, and there's like all these new bridges and roadways by her house. She's, if you know where Greenville, South Carolina is, she is in the heart of Greenville. It's like an up-and-coming town. It's like honestly not even up-and-coming, like it's kind of there. It's not like obviously like, you know, a New York or whatever, but it's big. Like, it's like growing really fast. We have a BMW plant here. Like, we're one of the only places I think in America that actually builds BMWs. So anyway, that like really is like a big deal for Greenville. So anyway, because of that, there's a lot of construction, and it looks really crazy, like compared to like what I'm used to. Like, I feel like every time I drive to Greenville down the interstate, like something changes. It's really wild. I've really watched like the growth of Greenville, because when I moved here, Woodruff Road, if you know Greenville area, you know Woodruff Road is like super, super busy. It's got everything on it. Okay, when I moved here, the only thing on Woodruff Road worth talking about was the Greenville Mall. That was still a thing. And if you're young, and you're in this area, you probably never even knew there was a Greenville Mall. No, I'm not talking about Haywood Mall. That's different. Okay, right? So there was a mall called the Greenville Mall that's actually, I'm about to turn on Woodruff Road, so it's like this way. And then that was literally the only thing that was on Woodruff Road. By my house, there was a Winn-Dixie. That was it. We had a Winn-Dixie. And then, what else? That's all I remember, was the Winn-Dixie. There was a Baskin-Robbins in the Greenville Mall. And the Greenville Mall was failing. And of course, there was the Hollywood 20 movie theater, which has always been there. It's still there now. And I actually think it's still like the biggest movie theater. There's another movie theater in Simpsonville area, if you know where that is. But I think actually the Woodruff Road Hollywood 20 theater owns the Simpsonville theater. So anyway, they're a big entity over there, the movie theater. But yeah, so now Woodruff Road, like, so that was then. That was in 96. Yeah, 96. That was when we moved down here in 96. And then now, Woodruff Road is like everything. It's a 2 lane. Yeah, 2 lanes on each side. And just shit everywhere. There's like now this thing they call like the Shops at Green Ridge. It's not a outlet store, but it's like basically like an outlet mall kind of thing. It's essentially like a small outlet mall kind of thing. They just have like a bunch of stores back there. And they have like a Dave & Buster's and like all kinds of shit. So anyway, Woodruff Road's always growing. There's construction literally everywhere. It's a madhouse. I see it every time that I go to my mom's house. There's all kinds of like signs and stuff. I'm just blabbing because I'm bored. I'm almost to my mom's house. I probably won't blab all the way to my mom's house because I do have enough driving that would probably take like 15 minutes, and I don't want to blab on that long. But anyway, yeah, now you've kind of heard a little thing about how much my town has grown. And I technically don't live in Greenville. I live in Williamston, which is Anderson County. It's like a little small town. It's cute. I'm really excited. Because Greenville County has about 20 million mobile groomers. Anderson County has 0. At least in like the heart of Anderson, I've heard the little birds have told me there is a mobile groomer in Easley, which is like 20-30 minutes from me. But she doesn't service my area. I don't know if she still is actually a mobile groomer. I just know that there was a mobile groomer that serviced my area in Williamston. This is what the zoning lady, basically the zoning people in Williamston want me to get a mobile van. I tried to buy a building. They were like, I bought my house. I was going to do it out of my building. And then I thought about buying another building. And they were just like, look, they're like, there's 2 other grooming shops in Williamston. It's kind of small. They were like, you should go mobile. They're like, there's all these people that used to, like, basically there's a mobile groomer that came from Easley, and she groomed all the dogs in Williamston. And basically she had like this big clientele that was really dependent on like a mobile groomer. And then she decided to drop Williamston and just stay in Easley. I guess Williamston was like probably her furthest county out. I get it. So she dropped Williamston. Now there's all these people that are waiting for a mobile groomer. So my zoning lady was really like, you should open a mobile grooming business. So Debbie, I'm trying to get this van, so if I get this van, you better like set me up with some customers. I'm just saying, I'm doing this mobile thing you guys told me to do. I'm just kidding, but she did say that she's got some like Yorkies, and like I think she said her mom had some Yorkies, and like basically all those dogs would come to me. And then she's got like some other people, and she works in the place, like the main building in Williamston, like the government building, I guess. It's called like the municipal court, I think, but that's where I go to pay my water bill and shit. But anyway, so she works in there, so I'm like, all right, well, that's fine. Put a good word in for me. I'm starting to meet more people in Williamston too. Like I met this like one lady, and I told her, I was like, once I get my van, I'd like to work in some Williamston events and stuff. I was like, I'm right down the road. I'd like to, do some cross promotion, maybe like get more people excited about Williamston and like coming out to Williamston. And then same thing, like they can I'll be part of their events, and they can promote like that they're the mobile groomer in Williamston. So it'd be kind of cool for Williamston, because like they would kind of have like one of Anderson's only mobile groomers, and they're like, Williamston's 3 miles big, so it'd be kind of cool for them to be like, yep, the mobile groomer like lives here, like we're kind of priority. Like if I drop an area, it's not going to be Williamston because that's where I live, so they kind of have like a guaranteed mobile groomer. That's not gonna, like I said, like unless I moved completely, which is not out of the limits of out of the realm of possibilities, but for the most part they would have a guaranteed mobile groomer in Williamston if they help me out. So it's kind of a win-win there. So I'm hoping that once I get the van and stuff, that they'll help me out a little bit with like promoting and getting me some clients headed my way, you know what I mean? But yeah, anyway, I'm getting close to my mom's house. I say that, but it's like, Woodruff Road is stop, go. At least, Greenville has so much good food for vegetarians. I think I might go. Have you guys ever heard of Kairos? Do you guys have Kairos in your area? They're a chain, but basically they're like Moe's or Chipotle or any of those places, where you go down the line and build like a little burrito. Kairos is just like that, but they have it with Greek food. So I get like a falafel pita wrap, and then I get like pickled onions and like cucumbers and hummus and like all this stuff on it. It's so fucking good. it's like my favorite thing, and that's probably what I'll eat for lunch today, because we don't have any Greek food at all. I love falafel, but that's the one thing that I would say that Williamston might be lacking, is like a good falafel or like Greek food, I guess. I love a good hummus and pita plate, or like I said, a good falafel, anything like that. It's right up my alley. So I'd love if Williamston got a good Greek restaurant too. It might be a little too weird for the patrons of Williamston. They're just, the people of Williamston, they're just a calm bunch. Like, they don't like anything too crazy. Like, the restaurants in Williamston, they're not like overly like the food's not like overly flavored. Like, sometimes you gotta add your own seasoning kind of deal. It's a very mild town of people. It's great. I do love Williamston, but like I said, the Greek food might be a little bit wild for Williamston natives. I'm not sure. In Williamston, it's really just like smoked, like pulled pork, like home cooking. Like, basically, home cooking, if you're not from the South, is like basically, aka we soak everything in some sort of animal fat. So basically, if you're a vegetarian, stay the fuck away from anything that says home cooking. So yeah, that's a thing. But yeah, we mainly just have pizza, home cooking, and then some, like, a couple fast food restaurants. That's Williamston. I do like it though. I'm really fucking nervous about this van, and that's the main reason I'm just blabbing on about nothing right now, is I'm so nervous because we're about to go to the bank and find out, like, whether I can get this van. I'm so scared I'm gonna go in there and they're gonna be like, bitch, you're crazy. There's no way you're gonna be able to get a van anytime soon. You're gonna have to work for like 10 years. That's like literally what my brain thinks is gonna happen. Like, it's just so stupid. Anyway, alright, I'm gonna get off. I just turned into my mom's neighborhood and I've blebbed on way longer than I planned to, so I love you guys. I'll be back. Hey, wow, okay, so you guys get my most genuine first impression of like what just fucking happened. That was the scariest fucking thing I've done in a while. Maybe, I can't say that's the scariest thing I've ever done, but that's the scariest thing I've probably done since I decided that I was going to open a business. Like, I have not been that scared since the first time that I went to go talk to a financial advisor about wanting to start a business. And I was like, I just remember I was terrified they were going to be like, no, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You're unprepared. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. No way. But then it didn't go that way and it was fine, and then, you know, we've gotten to this point, but that is what I thought was going to happen with the van. I was so scared. I was like, they're going to tell me no, and I'm not ready, and blah, 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 and like, okay, so let me just give you a rundown of what happened. So I went in, I was talking to this lady, she's super fucking nice. We told her about the idea of, like, what we wanted to do, because, like, basically, like, let me just be completely transparent. If you have not looked into mobile vans and how much it costs, you are looking at about $10,000 to $15,000 down, and then about $1,000 to $2,000 a month for your van payment. And that doesn't include, like, I would say most people need, you know, $500 to $1,000 a month just for themselves and their own bills, and, you know, probably even more than that. So it's like, that's like an insane amount of money. And then, you know, there's people like Joe that she, you know, she'll make her van payment in like 2 days of work, and like, it's dope and it works out really well for her. But Jesus Christ, what are we doing here? But anyway, so, but like, for somebody, like, I'm new, and I mean, Joe was too. Like, Joe just, like, Joe's story is awesome. Nomadic Tales, the one that I did the video with, I think her story is so awesome, but I'm trying not to rely too much off of her story because it seems so, like, hard to believe. Like, not saying that I think she's lying, but it's like, I guess not hard to believe, but hard to achieve. Like, Joe got her van and her business, like, boomed, and she is so busy and she's making great money and all of that. So, you know, it's really cool, and I'm definitely, like, really, really excited for Joe. But like I said, I don't want to base my expectations off of, like, what happens for Joe, because, like, just because she blew up in her area doesn't necessarily mean I'm gonna blow up in mine, you know what I'm saying? Like, I will be the only groomer. You know what? I am, bitch. I got approved, okay? So we're just jumping to the end, okay? So anyway, basically went in, told them my plan, said I was really worried about the high monthly payments. And they agreed. They were like, oh my God, like we didn't realize that's how much like the vans were gonna cost and all that. Like the people at the bank, they were like, wow, that's crazy, like that they want such a high monthly payment. The biggest thing like of why it's an issue is that at least Wagon Tails, and I can't speak for Hanvey because I haven't spoken to them yet, but Wagon Tails will not let you extend the payments, meaning you have to pay your van off in 5 years. They will not do longer than 5 years. Whereas basically I'm going to take out a mortgage on my house to buy my van, and I'll have 15 years to pay it off. So my payments don't have to be so high because I have a long time to pay off this loan. And basically, like how it will work is like, basically we're taking out, what was it called? A cash mortgage or a cash out mortgage on my house, because my house is paid for completely. We don't own anything on my house. It's like ours. So we're going to take out a cash mortgage on the house and, buy the van with that. So the van, I will own my van. It'll be my van, and basically I'll be making payments on my house. So if in 5 years I decide, you know what, I want to trade in my van for a brand new van, because I don't want to deal with any maintenance or whatever, then I can do that because I'll own the van. So I can trade it in or whatever while I'm still doing the payments on my house. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's like, basically I'm taking a mortgage out on my house. I'm like, hey, like, you know, I'll trade you some of the value of my house for like some money, right? And they're like, okay, cool. So then they're going to give me my money with my interest rate, which my interest rate is great, by the way, because I have my mom that's helping me and she's got good credit. So my mom is like my silent partner. She's going to help me get going. But the agreement is that like once I can take over the reins, that is what I will do. So basically both of our names are going to be on this mortgage and like all that. So to help my credit, like, you know, is going to help me out. She's prepared that if the first few months I need some help, she's ready to help me. And then we've also talked about like, you know, once I am in a spot that I can pay back, and I want to pay her back for some things that she's helped me out with, you know what I mean? So thank God, because like, okay, here's the thing, like, so what I was going to do was get a home equity loan against my house, which I guess is different than getting a mortgage. Like that was where we were like, because I asked my mom after we left, I was like, I guess I don't fully understand the difference of like what we did, because basically we were told you can only take a home equity loan out on the house you're currently living in. And since my mom, this is considered a second house, or as far as like in the eyes of like the bank, it's a rental property, even though it's not a rental property. I'm not renting it, I live there, you know, but in the bank's eyes, it's a rental property, so you can't take out a home equity loan on a rental property. So then they were like, well, you can take a home equity loan out on, like, basically my mom can do it on her own house, and she still owes on her house, and it's a really sticky situation. And this is just something, this is really important. It's a shitty thing to talk about it, but it's really important. The reason my mom can't take a home equity loan out on her house is like every reason why you need to have a will. My stepdad did not have a will. So basically how it works is my mom's house, she owns 50% of her house, and the other 50% is divided up between my two siblings. I'm not included because it was my stepdad. My stepdad never adopted me. So basically I was not entitled to anything from him. That's why I ended up with a house, because my mom, you know, just because in the eyes of the law, I didn't necessarily get anything. It's like, you know, Dwayne was part of my life for like over 20 years, you know? I mean, if we're just being real, I knew Dwayne and he was part of my life before my sisters were even born. And basically they were entitled to more than I was because of how the law works. So everything that she owned, her cars, the house, all these things, basically she owns 50%, and then my sisters divide the other 50%. So basically if my mom wanted to get a home equity loan on her own house, she would literally have to go to court and like basically fight like to get it taken from my sisters who are minors. So it would be a nightmare. It'd be an ongoing headache. It's like something that she probably does need to do anyway, but like it's like that's not what we need to do to get this van. Like, it would take us probably years if we were going to go through that, you know. So it's like, so that's why that wasn't an option. So it was like, so they told us no to the home equity loan, and then somebody thought about doing a mortgage against the house, like a cash out mortgage. I don't remember who it was. There was a couple bank people that were helping us, and they were like, okay, we'll call this lady and see if she'll do it. So she called their loan officer or whatever and told her the situation of like, you know, I live in the house but my mom owns it and blah blah blah, can we get a mortgage, so on and so forth, and we were approved. So where I stand right now, I have been approved to be given the money to buy my van. So now what I need to do, my mom's gonna get the ball rolling on the financial side because they might have to do an appraisal on my house, you know, just to make sure they know the exact value of my house. I did get a fence put in since I've had my last appraisal, so that may raise the value of my house too, because I put in like almost $7,000 fence. So that'll do it, you know. So I'm gonna have to like get an appraisal, and there's like some stuff with that. So my mom's gonna get the ball rolling with the mortgage person, the mortgage loan officer lady, Sheila. And then basically where I'm at is like, bitch, pick out a van. So holy shit. And that's like crazy. And this is like what I was saying in my video last night of like, oh my god, like if I get approved today, that means I have to like start figuring all this out. We did already talk to them about insurance and stuff. That was something I said last night. So those bases have been covered. Basically, we're going to have like joint ownership. Me and my mom are going to be in charge of the bank account for the LLC. We are keeping it as an LLC in case anybody's curious about that. We did talk to them about that. Do we need to switch what kind of company it is? And it was again recommended to me to be a LLC. Yep. Because some people do it differently. There's partnerships, there's S-Corp, there's a lot of different things that you can do, but what has been recommended to me personally is to do an LLC. And if you are not sure what is the best for you, please check with your local small business development center. They can help you make that decision, or at least give you the information you need to be able to make that decision yourself, like so they can explain, like, so if you don't know what an S-Corp is or what an LLC is and all that, they can give you that information to help you make a decision. So and that is important. You want to make sure it's classified right. I'm gonna be set up with an accountant through BB&T so they can make sure that you know, I'm paying everything right and that I'm doing everything right, like with my accounts, and I want them to help me. I just need like an accountant, like a financial advisor, like to tell me like, okay, you need to put this money here and there. Like, do I need to open another account with BB&T to like have like my business savings? Because I know they do have business savings accounts. Like, so should I do that? And it's like, you know, I need some advising on like that kind of stuff. And they also do have people, if I ever decide to hire people, then they have people they can set me up with that can help me with payroll. And basically, if I do that, like if I hire this company or whatever and they fuck up my payroll, then it's on them and not me. So like, it's just really nice, like, because I probably will eventually maybe hire other employees. So I thought that was really cool. So basically, BB&T can take care of all of my needs. Like, I can have all of my eggs in one basket because my personal account's through BB&T. I have a credit card through BB&T. I have a business checking through them. Like I said, I'll probably get business savings. I'm gonna have my mortgage through them and my insurance. So I should be able to like just see it all in one place. It's gonna be a lot more organized. It's gonna be a lot easier on me. But yeah, this is surreal right now. I'm like having that moment of like, holy shit, they just told me. Like, I need to pick out the van right now. I need to figure out what my fucking logo is gonna be. Honestly, I might have to call my friend like right now and be like, hey, I need designs for my van like ASAP, because once the van gets going, they're gonna be like, hey, what do you want printed on your van? And I don't have anything pre-planned, so I might have to give Kara a call and get her to start working on like my logo and like what I'm gonna actually put on the van. Yeah, wow, I've got a lot I'm gonna start figuring out. But I want to get the van, like, I want it to start being built, like, like as soon as possible. I was telling my mom, I was like, I'd really like for them to start building this van before we hit tax season, because once everybody gets the refund checks, like that may be when a lot of people are planning on getting their vans. So anyway, I'm going to hop off here. I emailed my good friend Joe Zuccarello to ask him, because he was telling me about somebody at Wagon Tails he told me I needed to talk to. So I emailed him and asked who that was, and I saw he responded, but I haven't gotten to read it yet. So I'm gonna, once I get home, read that, respond to Joe, and get the ball rolling. I gotta update the Instagram and everybody else that has been waiting this information, but you guys got to see the first thoughts of this flowing out of my brain, and I'm so like shocked. Because like, I don't know, I guess I almost thought it was gonna be another door slammed in my face. Like, it just almost doesn't seem real, but I'm so excited. So anyway, I'm gonna hop off and go update Instagram, but holy shit, we might be getting a van like soon, you guys. God, I can't believe it. I'm really fucking excited. Alright, bye. I just, am sitting here like, man, I'm about to have to make like one of the biggest decisions of my life. Now, which van do I get? I know I want a Ford Transit van, but do I choose Wagon Tails or Hanby? So I'm gonna start weighing the options. You know what? Let's go grab the journal and we'll go over the options. I've been so distracted that I never made my vlog public from yesterday. I think I just typed in the wrong password. Oh shit. I like just thought about it. Somebody like commented on my other video and I was like, did I make that vlog? I knew I like uploaded it, but I was like, did I make that vlog public? Because I don't think I did. Because I was waiting until the thumbnails uploaded to see if there's anything good. Nope, of course not. I gotta go get a thumbnail. Hold on. Hi, yeah. So I'm like just almost brain dead today after like all of that. Like, it's not sunk in and it's probably gonna take some time to sink in. I don't know if it'll fully sink in until the van's in my driveway. Like, just like the thought of that, like walking outside and like seeing the van would be so crazy. I'm nervous. So anyway, yeah, this is like what I'm gonna be like the rest of the day. And I also, Jeff might come by, and I don't want it to be one of those things that I remember at like 11 o'clock tonight, like, oh, I need to finish that vlog. Like, I just looked at it and it's already so long. I did not realize how long today's vlog got. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end it early. But I love you guys. I'll obviously keep you updated on everything that happens. I started writing out my list of things I had to do, and it's really not like I thought. I had, it's like so much shit. I was like, man, like, oh my god, you got so much to do. And then I like was like, okay, well, but what really do I have to do though? Because, okay, we already figured out the insurance situation, so I already know, like, I'm probably gonna go with like my bank for the insurance, because they just like insure everything. So they can insure the van, they can insure me, they can insure the dogs, they can like literally insure like everything that I'm gonna be doing. So insurance is figured out. I've already got the business started, so I have the LLC, I have my EIN, which is basically like your business social security number. Like, so your business gets its own like social security number essentially, and that's your EIN. So I have like EIN, like, you know, I have like everything set up really. There's not really much that I'll have to do. Like I said, the insurance is set up. Actually, they even asked us if we wanted to include the tax and title and all that in the estimate or whatever, and we said yes. So basically it's all like taken care of. So I just have to figure out what I'm putting on the van and what van I want. I need Derek to get home like now so we can pick out the van. That's the one sucky thing, is I don't think he's I don't think he's coming back until the 26th or the 27th. So anyway,
Yeah, sorry. Sometimes, like, okay, just so you know, sometimes I, like, look away or, like, look off because I get notifications on the side of my phone over there. And sometimes if you ever see me, like, staring like this, like, dead at the camera and, like, being weird, it's because I'm, like, reading a notification. And then you'll notice I get off track right after. It's because I'm listening and, or, like, thinking about that notification instead of what I'm talking about. Literally just happened again. So it's easier for me to look away so I don't accidentally get off topic. But yeah, so insurance is taken care of. I just need to figure out what I want to put on the van, and I need Derek to pick out the van, basically. He's picking the van. He's the mechanic. He knows the vehicles. The insides are, like, standard, really. Like, it's, you know, like, obviously I'll, like, be there, and I'm gonna pick, like, how to design it kind of thing, but, like, as far as how it's built, like, Derek's picking which make and model that I get, whether I get diesel or not, like, all of that. He's gonna pick that and decide which the best van is going to be, like, for me and what I want to use it for. So he's looking into that. He's, like, really good at looking all that stuff up, and he has, like, an understanding of vans and, like, just cars in general. So anyway, he's going to be picking out the van. And then I've got to call Wagon Tails because I know I can just talk to them on the phone. And Hanvey, I keep hearing that Hanvey's a big talker. That, like, if you're going to talk to them, then you've got to be ready to have a lot of time available. And I really want to wait until, like, Derek's home to, like, really listen to, like, everything that's going on and, like, understand everything, because I'm gonna get, like, really overwhelmed really quickly. I'm gonna be like, what? So I need him to listen so he knows what the fuck's going on, because, like, also, like, when it comes to, like, how the van's built, like, it might as well all be in Latin as far as I'm concerned. Like, I don't understand, and it would take a very long time to explain everything to me. So it's easier if they explain it all to Derek, and then he can explain it to me over time, and I will figure it out in time with, like, using the van. I will figure it all out, but it's easier if he explains it to me in, like, my simplest form, because he knows, like, how I am. So anyway, that's the next step. Really crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna end this video. But I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. And I kind of can't believe how crazy today was, so I'm nervous, but I'm excited. I am so ready to have that freaking van in my freaking driveway. I cannot wait to, like, walk outside and see that thing sitting there. It's gonna be a great day. All right, love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!